Joe Hopkins here, and excuse me if I'm a little phlegmy. My kid brought home a cold, so now I got a cold. But today we're not talking about having a cold, even though it sucks. We're talking about budget guitars, then and now, right? I've been playing guitar a long time. I've been playing guitar since like the 80s, which tells you how old I am. I'm getting old. I'm old. I don't know. I'm not as old as some people, but we're all moving in one direction, right? From younger to older, something like that. Anyway, I've been playing guitar a long time, and I've played budget guitars a long time because I've been broke, a long time. So here we go. We're going to talk about budget guitars then and now, because I do a lot of videos about how great budget guitars are now, these days, and a lot of other people do. It literally is one of the best times to be a guitarist or a guitar collector because of how much cool stuff you can get relatively cheap. Now I've got two examples here. I got two Strats, right? I've got my Harmony. This is my Harmony, what is this? H80T. It's their Stratocaster copy guitar. I got this used at a pawn shop in like 1994 or 5 for like $90, right? So it was budget even if you bought it new off the rack. And you can still find these, by the way, on like Reverb and eBay. Harmony sold a ton of these things, and it's a really decent guitar. I love this thing, right? This would have been your budget guitar back in the 80s, early 90s, that kind of thing. And it's an excellent guitar, right? I've gigged with it. I've recorded with it for a long time. This was my go-to instrument, and it really is decent. It does the job. But back then, for every decent budget guitar, there were a lot that really weren't very good at all. There were a lot of budget brands, and some of them were good and some weren't. And I've owned some of the better ones. Harmony, I had one of those early Ibanez's back when they were really kind of budget, and they were excellent then. We all know Ibanez is excellent. They always have been, but at one time they weren't as well known a brand, and their stuff was cheaper. Especially like the one I had was that Proline V, that offset V, hot pink. It looks weird. Ibanez did a lot of funky looking stuff that people were like meh on back then, unless you were a metalhead like me, and then you thought it was awesome. So, a lot of budget brands that were budget then are mainstream brands now, like Ibanez. But yeah, it was really a toss-up back then. You only had so many choices as far as actual brands, and you had a lot of these small guitar makers that would just make junk, sell them cheap for a while, and you don't see them anymore. I lucked out, all right? I got some good budget guitars. It helps that my dad, being a guitarist, would look at guitars with me, and he could tell if something was decent or not. And then I learned how to tell if something was decent or not. So budget then, right? And let's take a look at budget now. That Harmony, back in the 80s, retailed for like $100, $120, something like that, which $100 then was worth more than it is now. So let's say you get a guitar like this. This is my Hard Luck Kings Bombshell, right? I paid $200 for this. They had their daily deal. I think they're normally a little bit more than that. $200, let's say, or even as much as $300 when it's not on sale. Between $200 and $300 is about the same as today as what that Harmony cost when it was new, right? And honestly, as much as I love my Harmony, as much as I have all this sentimental attachment to it because of how much I've been through with it, this is a better guitar. It's a much better guitar for like the same price range. Because like I said, man, you got to figure for inflation. So we're talking same price range-ish. This is way better, right? That Harmony is about what you get with a low-level Squire. This is closer to what you get with a Fender. And, I mean, you can't beat that. The quality has gone way up. There's a lot of competition. A lot of people making guitars at reasonable prices. They have, they have real competition. Hard Luck Kings is one of them. But I just bought an SX Telecaster that you might have seen my review on, or my unboxing on. I got a review on it coming up. But I bought that, and that's, for less than $200, is about the quality you expect from a mid-level Squier, like a $400, $450 guitar nowadays. So, there are a lot of budget brands that have really stepped up their game. And if you want, man, you can look through my videos. I've done videos on where to find budget guitars. And it really is the best time to be a guitarist, because budget then was good. Budget now is great. And there are so many brands that have so stepped up their game big time. If you're looking at spending, $200 or $300, you could get something that is an excellent, excellent quality guitar. If you want to spend as much as between $400 and $500, you can get something that just blow your socks off, man. I got a Wolf WLP that's as good as anything Gibson makes, and it was $450 instead of a Gibson, which is like $1,200, right? So budget then was good, and it could be really good, like that Ibanez I had, if you know what you're looking for. Budget now is so much better. You got brands like Hard Luck Kings and Firefly and Wolf and AIO that are making stuff at such a high quality level at the prices you would have paid back then. And what's even better yet, you got YouTube channels like this one that you can go look for reviews and, get some opinions on it. You can even go through the comments section and see what people think of those reviews. Because, yeah, man, don't just trust my word. Don't take my word for it. Go through and see what other people have to say, about these guitars, right? It is a great time to be a musician because you can do it cheaper at a higher level than you used to be able to. So, just giving a short video, my quick thoughts on that. See what you guys think. I'd love to know what you guys think. Because, like I said, man, budget guitars, they've always had them. They've always had the cheap ones. And some of them are really good, and some of them aren't. But the ones that are out now are way better than they used to be. So anyway, subscribe to my channel. Watch some more of my videos. And I'll see you guys soon. All right? Peace out, baby. Love you guys. Bye-bye.